We've got two exciting, insightful ideas, back to those 3-minute talks. The first one is from an organization, GISi. They're a company of about 100 employees based in Birmingham, Alabama, but they're spread over 20 states. So think about the challenges of how do you build a team of people that work together when you're so distributed. There's some great stories that they talk about how they get together monthly, quarterly, annually, whenever they can, and they do fun things, like often play paintball wars or bocce ball. But there's a whole lot more serious business activities that happen behind the scenes to organize those teams, to make them productive and to make them successful. So the company's GISi. Their CIO is here today. Did I get that right? CEO. I knew as soon as I said it, it sounded wrong. Their CEO is here today. Lee Lichlyter, come on up.
What an amazing day. You know, listening to the power of GIS and how it's changing the world, it's completely renewed my passion for the business we're in. But what business are we in? I think most of us here in the room would say we're in the spatial business or perhaps the solution business. But really we're in the people business. Because without people, that vision that Jack talked about this morning, well, we couldn't achieve it. So who has said this line? People are our most important asset. I know I have, I'm guilty of that. But what's it really mean? Sure, it feels good when we say it, but there's a problem with that statement. A pretty big one, in fact. See, true tangible assets, things like raw materials and factories, they don't think on their own, and obviously people do. So even if you're the most perfect company in the world, your most important asset may just get up and walk out the door. So what's the solution? What's the insightful idea? Well, I recently read the book Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh, who's the CEO of Zappos. And he got me thinking about a new type of asset. A pipeline of people. And adopting this pipeline concept has completely changed how we think about our business. Now, we're all familiar with the sales pipeline and some of the attributes. We fill the funnel by our marketing activities. We want to create depth and diversity throughout the whole sales process. We invest appropriately to maximize our business benefit. And we adapt our sales approach based on where things are at in the sales funnel. A people pipeline is very similar. You fill your pipeline by trying to attract and retain people. You create bench strength and build depth and diversity throughout your organization. You develop appropriately to get the best out of your individuals. And you adapt your training strategies based on the type of people you have. So we've been starting to implement this at GIS Inc. I'd like to tell you an example of how that's working for us. We implemented an innovative new benefits program that we call Personal Choice. This benefits program has allowed us to add 40% new benefits while holding our costs steady. Now, our CFO loves it, as you can imagine, but our employees do too because they get tremendous flexibility in their benefits. And this is allowing us to attract and retain new talent. For the reasons that Nick just outlined, we're strongly endorsing certification, like Esri's new program. We give people the time and the money to go out and get their certifications, and this is building depth and diversity for us. This next one is one that our employees really love. We created an R&D program. Every month we pick an employee, and we give them a couple of weeks to go out and play with whatever technology they want to. And while this is primarily an investment in individuals, it's also returning significant benefit to our business. And we change how we train depending on your role. For example, our leadership team has been doing book reviews. Now, every quarter we pick out a business book, we read it, and we discuss the ideas in it. And we've been doing this for 5 years, and it's really helped all of us become better leaders. So I think you get the idea. That's just a couple examples of how we're adopting this pipeline concept at GIS Inc. And if you adopt it, you'll find that you'll manage differently and you'll invest differently, and you'll develop a far more valuable asset for your company. Thank you.
Thanks, Lee. It was a great talk, short and sweet and to the point, but about investing in the people. Our next one is going to be interesting. It's a little bit different.